Hey fellas, and welcome back to With a Y. Tell me, do you know about the Twitter account Hood Genius? What do you think they do? Just based off their profile picture, their name? Well, they're an NBA Twitter account, of course. You know, they follow the games, they tweet about the league a lot, and they're like pretty tapped in on that side of Twitter. Like, I've seen them get brought up, or like one of their tweets cross my line every few years, like when they break containment. And I got some respect for the guy. He seems pretty stand up. He's given respect to the institution of Curry and LeBron Yowie as an institution. Somebody who just seems accepting of all aspects of NBA Twitter. And I gotta say, the genre turn he ended up doing was not one I was expecting. You may have heard of him in the last few weeks, because I'm actually a bit late to this story. This guy has been beefing with the US government and like holding them at bay pretty much single-handedly. You guys may have seen like the Department of Homeland Security's official Twitter account just tweeting every other day, like any number of like chud repost Twitter accounts. And like they're doing some shit to like try and like up recruitment for ICE. And obviously it's fuck ICE till the day I die, unless I'm like going back and forth with my Mexican homie and we're just being really racist to each other, at which point I will join ICE to deport him personally, as a joke. But DHS tweeted this: fuck around and find out. If you threaten or lay hands on law enforcement, we'll get you. And it's this video of like supposedly a guy saying like, ICE, we're on our way, word in the streets, cartels put a bounty on y'all. And then the guy who made it said, I didn't do that shit. Why the fuck are you posting me?
On my comments. And I randomly get a text message talking about a recent video that was posted in my account. I was like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, like, pretty straightforward stuff. And this is the first time that I saw Hood Genius really interact with DHS, which is where all of this kind of sprung up. Spreading misinformation as the Department of Homeland Security should cause for the abolishment of that said department. At least, like, a firing of the fucking guy who said it. DHS came back apparently proving that, like, this was a thing that the dude had posted. Honestly, I couldn't find the original video that they had downloaded and reposted. It's not really the important part of this tweet. It's the willful ignorance and intentional blindness by leading Democrats. And that's when it all kicked the fuck off. Hood Genius just started baiting and said, I just realized the DHS called me a leading Democrat. Random guy on basketball Twitter getting lumped in with like, I don't know, Nancy Pelosi? And I think it was at that point, he was like kind of running the ones, like just showing that he has a better grasp on like this internet shit than them. I am officially the face of Buck's Twitter with, we hear you no ball. Listen, it's one thing when like brand accounts tweet shit like this. It's like cringe and annoying and I don't like you pretending you're a person. It's like arguably worse when the government tries to be all cheeky. Motherfucker, make a mascot at least, like create a VTuber for me to like project onto and get parasocial with if you're gonna propagandize me. I don't think Hood Genius even saw this going that far. He's like, a check ball. And it just kind of spiraled and escalated from there. The thing on its own got big enough that it had one of those grok generated Twitter moments. DHS accuses NBA meme account Hood Genius of threats using doctored video, which is why it being AI generated is so fucking dumb, because like it just got many of the facts wrong. Yo, Elon Musk, remove this shit. I'm not fucking around. Like, it's making it seem like Hood Genius was the one making violent threats. NBA Twitter. And this offseason sucks. And then the Hood Genius subplot is Wolverine strapped to the nuke, flying up into the sky. Fucking Jesus Christ, man. They are not giving this dude a rest. Hood Genius and Homeland Security admin behind closed doors. The streets are saying someone massive were making a video about me. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting comments to cover this like 2 weeks ago when it was in its prime, but I'm kind of glad I waited because a lot more has happened. I don't think he's talking about me. I don't think I qualify as those sizes just yet. But like, you had shit like this, looking at my DMs and seeing 10 blush betting companies, which like, yeah, fucking, they're always gonna be there. You like, whenever you have a tweet go viral, there's always like these sponsors that people will take for like $5 that like link to a sex toy or some shit. He was saying shit like 20k followers, I can't thank y'all enough. And then very soon after that, like within the space of a day, Hood Genius had jumped to 100,000 followers, and like people were calling him an industry plant for it. When I think it's more likely that he just got famous for beefing with actual government Twitter accounts. I'm not a plant. I actually have lore. They don't know about 2023 Hood Genius. At the time, people were like taking Hood Genius's profile picture and setting it as their own. So like, imagine Hood Genius's picture and face is right here, and this guy's saying, you come for him, you come for all 75,000 of us. They've created a million Hood Geniuses. All because of words, these men were killed, and dude, they fucking replaced Charlie Kirk with Hood Genius. Ugh. The shit they've been doing to Charlie Kirk is its own other rabbit hole, but that's not what we're doing right now. Not long after this started was when like a bunch of basketball players got like arrested in a gambling sting, started beefing with the government, now they're trying to put a RICO on the NBA. Basically every now and then, Hood Genius will just hop on here to clown on some shit that Homeland Security is doing. Breaking, chronically online X-troll, don't call it X, dude. Even you gotta be above this shit. Who complains every day we're deporting people is now complains we aren't actually doing deportations. Mental gymnastics gone wild. And then chronically online, the fucking irony, man, dude. You're beefing with Hood Genius. Everyone. Oh man, the NBA is back tomorrow. Let's go, guys. guys, I'm so excited. Hood Genius subplot. Yeah, he's fucked, dude. He's in for that shit. I have some respect for the dude who is trying to be all humble. Get Twitter blue. I do this shit for the love of the game. I love the grind and hustle. Are you fucking stupid? Get the money. I looked at my views the past week and smacked the shit out of myself. What the fuck am I doing? Like, dude, get a bag. Like, you don't need to take the betting company sponsors to, like, get some money off of this. It's fine. Now, going to his account proper, he's updated it a bit. Leading Democrat, as said by the DHS, and Homeland Security is his banner. He's trying to create a fucking suicide cult. The government gonna have to take every single one of my mutuals in order to get to me. Yes, we're all going down, right? Hello, dog, N-word author, Chief 30K. And then this is like when shit actually started going crazy. Because I have a theory about this. Wait, y'all dead ass? And it's like at the Democrats actually followed fucking Hood Genius, right? Hood Genius, once again on a side quest to like just be the president in 2028. Apparently it wasn't even photoshopped. Like, the Democrats were genuinely following Hood Genius. And I can see why. Like, he was getting actual bangers after bangers that were able to like kind of prop him up. 150,000 followers. This is genuinely Twitter's Kung Fu Panda. That makes him the Dragon Warrior, right? Fast forward to like November 3rd, going over a few weeks. We get to this. Hood Genius says someone from the Democratic Party wants to have an interview with him. He was doing some genuine campaigning the other day saying, my fellow New Yorkers, vote for Mom Downey. My name is Hood Genius and I approve this message. And if you're watching this video, you know, the day it gets uploaded, you'll already know Zoran did indeed win. And you had some people celebrating in like damn near relief, saying shit like, the Hood Genius curse is sports exclusive, baby, woohoo! Was the collective sigh of relief everyone breathed out when he didn't tank his election by endorsing him. It's like Drake anytime he bets on Jake Paul, or, you know, any team for that matter. And like, you know, they're celebrating, dap me up, boss, hell yeah. And he's getting a little big for his britches. The Democrats' Twitter page followed me, and now they're winning every election. Your influence is crazy. And Hood Genius says, his funny part, I'm not finished yet. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I believe him. I think he's going to continue to get bangers after bangers, and he's gonna like tweet shit and expand his audience that gets eyes on him in this way in the future. I think the official Democratic Twitter account following him shortly after this started happening is no coincidence. I think they want to tap into that. And it's my theory that the interview they wanted to have with Hood Genius was specifically about having him like consult on shit like this. There are like people who are good at Twitter who like run most of the accounts that you see. I know a few of these people and I won't blow up their spot because, you know, I'm not trying to fuck up their bag. Some of them are worse people than others, but I think that if Hood Genius can get some money off of being an effective marketer for the Democratic Party and, you know, shape some of their shit, I think that's useful. And the reason I think they're already doing it is because the Democrats are tweeting like a fucking NBA Twitter account. Like, you have them quote tweeting the White House saying bing bong, and then later you have them saying shit like they deleted lol, and then they're using a LeBron gif, a fucking course. They're holding the picture of Mondani holding out L's and just quote tweeting people with it, getting 100K bangers. And then the piece de resistance was this shit. I'm libbing the fuck out. Libbing out is not for you to say. It's not yours. Don't say it. You're not supposed to say it. You're not supposed to know what that is. I'm kidding. Libbing out is one of the few pleasures we have in this modern era. And I think we're only going to see this type of tweeting and marketing get stronger as time goes on. Anyways, that's all I got. Shout out to Hood Genius for fighting the good fight. That kwytebox email's in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.